Welcome back to the Black Nerd 2.0 show. Today we're going to talk about Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is the first installment of an anthology of standalone Star Wars tales. Now, Rogue One is set before A New Hope, or Episode 4, and it is the story of some rogue spies who aspire to steal the Death Star. I can tell you right now how it ends. It's directed by Gareth Edwards, who's most notably known for his work on Monsters, which I believe was a UK movie, made for TV maybe, not quite sure, and his work on 2014's Godzilla. And the main star in Rogue One is Felicity Jones. She's most notably known for her work in The Theory of Everything and Spider-Man 2. Don't know how I missed those two movies. And I am excited at the prospect of new Star Wars films. However, I am anxiety-ridden over the possible oversaturation of mediocre to bad Star Wars films. And I'm not saying I didn't enjoy The Force Awakens. As a matter of fact, I thoroughly enjoyed The Force Awakens. And that's not to say that I don't have any nitpicks or issues with it. Overall, I did enjoy it. And I thought it was a little better than mediocre too. And in my opinion, the popular verdict on The Force Awakens is still out. I've heard valid arguments from both sides of the fence. I've also heard silly arguments as well. Why is there a female lead in Star Wars? Why is the only brother in the film weak? This movie was the same as Star Wars. And on the argument of having a female lead and an African American lead, it's amazing some of the things people can accept. Jason in space, Freddy Krueger, Freddy and Jason, aliens, predators, aliens and predators, leprechaun in space.
Ready for excitement.
This barbecue's only just begun.
But a chick with the innate ability to wield the Force and a lightsaber and a brother in a stormtrooper suit is too much. Anyways, the problem with Star Wars is it's hard to add on to an already perfect piece of artwork, especially a piece of art that is loved by many. Over the decades, Star Wars has become an American pastime, and like an old Nissan, it's been passed down throughout the generations. I know some young people that think the original Star Wars is dated, and they prefer 1 through 3 more. The original Star Wars is pure genius, and it pushed the envelope for practical audio and visual effects. George Lucas and company totally kicked ass at creating these gigantic worlds that are beautiful, real feeling, immersive. It's just the storytelling that's kind of lacking in episodes 1 through 3. The original Star Wars stories were semi-complex, but not too technical. Just the kind of epic storytelling that sagas are built from. Storytelling in Star Wars encompasses many different elements that make the story multi-layered and interesting.
Come on.
You're imagining things.
Am I? Then why are you following me? Afraid I was gonna leave without giving you a goodbye kiss?
I just assumed it was a Wookiee.
I can arrange that. You can use a good kiss.
You have this crazy universal cosmic power called the Force, which allows you to think, choke, and wield a laser sword that blocks laser blast. The Force run, the Force jump, and just the Jedi lore alone is enough to build a story upon, let alone the rest of the universe and all the other aliens and their languages and their cultures and all this little stuff. The Luke I am your father scene is one of the most unforgettable scenes in pop culture history, and we'll be remembering it for decades. While the episodes 1 through 3, yes, they were bad, but I believe they were watchable, and some of the saber scenes were some of the best fight scenes I've seen in movies, period. And that's mostly what I look forward to. I love the Jedi, I love the lightsabers, I love the crystals that they put in a lightsaber. I like that they have to build their own lightsabers. That whole lore is the part of Star Wars that I'm interested in. and you know, you may find something else that you're interested in. There are some good Star Wars spin-offs. Star Wars the animated series, I think Jendy Tarnowski did that, or whatever his name is. I can't remember his name, but he did Dexter's Laboratory. I think he was the one that drew the animated series that were in little 3-minute shorts. As a matter of fact, the actor that plays Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen, is outacted by his CGI counterpart in Clone Wars. It's very interesting. You should check that out. Think about it when you watch it. The Clone Wars and the Clone Wars animated series are actually both animated. It is proof that spin-offs can be done properly and tastefully and without damaging our beloved Star Wars property. And that concludes part 1 of my Rogue One, a Star Wars story trailer review. If you want to see part 2, go to my channel. It should be up there, or it'll be up there very soon. Like, comment, subscribe. I am Black Nerd 2.0, aka the Nerd Face Killer. Peace.